Are you with the shits? Cause they are. Straight out of the Bronx. It's Haydee and Lexi. And you are now tuned into Ladies Pitch. Here's your host, Haydee Baby and Lexi, the motherfucking savage.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Ladies Pitch Podcast. What's going on? This is your favorite mommy, Haydee Baby. And I have my beloved friends here with me this week. Introduce yourself, my love.
Hi, everybody. Y'all already know. It's your favorite Drunk Auntie.
Yes. Drunk Auntie of the Potterverse. Everybody's favorite Drunk Auntie. What's going on, boo? How you doing?
I'm good. Can't complain. Can, but I
So,
won't.
for you guys listening to this is take 2. And I'm low-key annoyed.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but I can hear it in your voice.
No. I'm going to bring it up because I want people to know that are starting to podcast now that there's just so much that goes on to prep for an episode that at times you just have like these little mishaps and it's so annoying and so frustrating. So whoever said that podcasting was easy is a motherfucking liar. Let me just tell you right now.
Who's that?
So this is take 2. And we're going to run it back. So we're going to start it off like this. First things first, how you doing, boo? How's everything going for you this week?
I'm great. I'm having a decent week, I guess.
Yeah. Same here. I can't complain. Everything is good. Yesterday I was having a bit of an emotional fucking night last night. I don't know if it was the tequila or it was the full moon.
It was tequila, Cinco de Mayo, of course.
Cinco de Mayo, tequila, the full moon, everything was just like into play, but I can't complain. I'm doing good as well. First things first. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share, review the podcast on all streaming platforms. You guys can find Ladies Pitch on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and on Twitter, Pitch718. Also on YouTube, our YouTube handle is at Ladies Pitch. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good shit. Let's start it off with this. The hot topic of the day. Have you heard about it? Chris Brown, Usher, Cinco de Mayo fight. What the fuck is going on? So apparently, if you guys haven't heard, you guys been under a rock this weekend or just slumped from your Cinco de Mayo drunk fest. Apparently, Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party for Cinco de Mayo. And you know, Usher's all about the skate parties and shit like that. So he threw Chris Brown a skate party for his birthday in Las Vegas. So from the footage, everything seemed like it was great. They were having a great time. Mario was there. I saw Bow Wow, Mario. I saw Floyd Mayweather. Of course, Usher. Apparently, Teyana Taylor was also in the building. So apparently, there was like some words between Chris Brown and Teyana Taylor. Allegedly, Teyana Taylor was ignoring Chris Brown at his own party.
Which is weird because they were really close at one point.
They're like best friends, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
They're very close. Like Teyana Taylor got into words with Rihanna defending Chris Brown back in 2009 when the whole, incident happened between Chris Brown and Rihanna. But fast forward to this weekend, and apparently she was ignoring Chris Brown for whatever reason at his own birthday party, and he was like cursing her out. This is all allegedly. No one has come forward. No one has said anything. These are just people that apparently were at the party and blog sites and gossip sites and all that shit. So there was some words between Chris Brown and Teyana Taylor. Usher actually stepped in, as what sources are saying, and he tried to defuse the situation and kind of tell Chris Brown to chill. Things got heated, I guess, between the two, and apparently Chris Brown and his camp jumped Usher at the party or after the party, not sure. But yeah, that's what's going on. And it's got a lot of people like wild up. A lot of people are like over Chris Brown. Some people already canceled Chris Brown for what happened with Rihanna. And a lot of like people are and their opinions are swirling on social media like, yo, like this has been going on with Chris Brown for years. He has a history of violence against like women, against people. He has a bad temper. He has anger issues. He has all this other shit. One of the big things that they say, Chris Brown has a drug problem, which I do believe. But I think he's one of those like very
all of them
functional.
got a drug problem, so that's not a fact.
I feel like Chris Brown is one of those very functional cokeheads, though. It's so funny.
I can see it. I definitely kind of believe that. But all of them are, to me. All of them are. So, what I will say is, all that cancel shit, Chris Brown really, to me, and this is not me promoting any, like, all the domestic violence shit that was in the past. Rihanna has forgiven him. Who are we to not forgive him? Or who? I don't even know this man, so how can I forgive him or not forgive him? I don't fucking know him. So Chris Brown has one of the largest fan bases in the world. He sell out concerts every time. So canceled where?
Yep, sold out.
That sounds very defending him, but but whatever.
Right, but listen, no, it's just like
facts.
everyone's entitled to their opinion. There
It's
are people that
facts.
saying that are against him. There's people that are for him. Like
It's fact. There's more people for him than against him. Chris Brown sells out every tour he does, every venue he does, and that's just a fact. That's just what it is. I will say that, not that it's a excuse, but my opinion is it was his birthday. He was drunk, and it was Cinco de Mayo. Not that that's an excuse, but as a person who drinks a lot, I can kind of see what the liquor played in. And they also said, from what I read, because we don't know if any of this is true, after him,
all of this is alleged.
Yeah,
We don't know. No one's confirmed anything.
They allegedly said that once him and Usher and Chris Brown got into it, Chris Brown went back to his tour bus, and Usher followed him. Now, if you follow a motherfucker somewhere, you deserve what the fuck you get. Now, don't come singing and dancing over here, bitch, because I can out sing and out dance you now, and you got out sang and out danced. I don't really know. So
this is not the verses that the fans asked for. This was not it.
They allegedly should follow him. Probably, I don't know. In my mind, he was like trying to still diffuse the situation. But bitch, I'm over it and I'm trying to leave. Now you got to get these hands and these dancing legs. I don't know.
Maybe he followed him to be like, yo, it's cool, like on my end. You know how some people, especially when you're intoxicated, you're not coherent enough to really like assess the situation, and you really think that the person that's is trying to calm you down is against you.
Yeah, I can.
Because I've been in the situation of trying to calm someone else down that's belligerent, and I'm like, listen, it's not that I'm trying to fight you or be against you. It's just that you need to calm the fuck down right now.
Some people just don't want to hear that at the time, because I left.
No.
I left. Leave me the fuck alone. I left. Leave me alone. And you follow me, you get what you get. But we don't know, so I don't know. But apparently they left the man with a bloody nose. That's what they said. Usher.
Listen, if I have to choose between the two, I'm going to keep it a buck. If I got to choose between Usher and Chris Brown, I'm going to choose Usher. Usher is my era. Like, yes, I'ma choose Usher. And that's not taking anything away from Chris Brown. Chris Brown is an amazing entertainer. He's a great artist. I love his music. I love him. The shit that be coming out about him, we can never say if it's true or not, right? Because a lot of it could just be alleged. None of it is ever proven. He's never charged for anything.
Wait a minute. Let's not excuse Usher herpes history now. Let's not do that.
But aside, let's put
he was on the
sexually transmitted disease,
scratching and shit. Like, let's not,
He's skating and scratching.
Skating and scratching. That's the name.
Skating and scratching.
That's the name of the episode.
Skating and scratching, right there.
Don't do Christopher Maurice Brown now.
I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that, and I come from a family of like alcoholics, of drug addicts, former drug addicts and shit like that. I literally grew up like watching family members fight. That's why it was so funny to me in a way, because I'm like, they celebrating on Cinco de Mayo. Like, this is what really goes on in Hispanic cultures at the end of the night. Like, motherfuckers are fighting and shit. You breaking apart family members.
But also, May 5th is his actual birthday. So he was...
Yeah, May 5th is his actual birthday.
And being an alcoholic and a drug addict whether I don't even have to be there to have some drinks and shit get heated. You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to be an alcoholic? I was drunk this night, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Shit got heated. We don't know what went on. And I'm, again,
You don't.
not defending this man. It sounds so hard like I am, but we don't really know what went on. But
we don't.
the nigga caught the uppercut when he came after him, so they say. I don't know. And they left. They say Usher was left with a bloody big ass nose. So
Let's just say that this situation did occur, which now I see that Usher had a Lovers and Friends
and Chris Brown
concert
performed tonight.
and and Chris Brown performed,
The show
and
must go
they
on.
showed Usher.
Money talks. The show must go on.
That's true. And also they were saying, they were alleging that, he was bruised up and he had a bloody nose and that he has obvious signs of like getting beat up.
He did
But
not.
then he posted
Yeah,
a
he
video
did
and
not.
Usher looks fine. He don't even look like he got into any type of
He
fight.
did not. Somebody.
So
I seen
who knows?
I seen the comment. Somebody said it was like a scratch on the ridge of his nose. First of all, who says that ridge of someone's nose? That's funny.
Somebody 4K that shit. They
That's
zoomed in.
hilarious to me.
4K. There's always a few motherfuckers that touch no grass on social media, and they just put the time and energy behind like investigating this shit. They probably zoomed in all the way, did some cute computerized AI shit, and because it's so hard to believe anything on the internet nowadays with this AI bullshit.
Yeah, it's getting scary out here.
Like, is that really Usher? Was that really
Right.
them? Did he really have a birthday party? Like, you don't know what's real anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I can believe it, though. I can see Chris Brown getting drunk and being belligerent at his party. I can see that.
So can I.
But-
So this is why I asked, like, at what point with all of these things from 2009 to now 2023 that have occurred in between? Because I've seen documentaries of, like, they legit have a timeline
Okay.
of all, like,
But
the
when y'all gonna
incidents
stop,
that Chris Brown have been involved in.
When y'all gonna stop holding
So
this man
I posed the
accountable for
question,
his
like, at
past?
one point,
When y'all gonna stop holding this man accountable for his past? He was 19, 20 years old and he 30
but
fucking
you
five
know
now.
when? I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna tell you when.
When he stopped
So
doing
in
the
this
shit.
timeline of all of these things that have occurred, because it's been mad incidents. It's been mad like little incidents, even things that like have happened around him. I feel like he has a bad juju now. Because even things that he's not personally involved in, but it will be like his entourage involved in it, or another woman, or something to that magnitude, right? At what point do you kind of like stop granting somebody grace that clearly doesn't change their behavior?
True,
Like,
and I get that because I've seen some, like, even the whole shit with, like, I would say Rihanna wasn't even the worst of it for me. It was like Karrueche. The shit he went through with Karrueche was like really mad, disrespectful, and just horrible. But he also was still very young, and that shit still, it seemed like it may have been yesterday or a few years ago. That shit still happened years ago. And people change and people grow up. And not saying that he's still not doing shit, but he's still just a person. Either, this is my thing with that whole cancel culture shit. Either you gonna fuck with this nigga or not. And like I said, it's more people for him than against him. Like, period. It's just, and it just is. And with all that, and I probably get some flack for this, all that shit ain't got, I don't know that man personally. If he was just this woman beater, drug person, abusing, all that, that's him. I would, if given the opportunity, I just wouldn't date him because he's gonna abuse me. So no, but that shit don't got shit to do with me rocking out to a little music. I ain't got time. It's nothing to do with me. I don't know him personally.
So you're able to separate
the
artist from the art.
I don't, cause I'm supposed to automatically forget the lyrics to a song if I'm somewhere and it comes on without I'm not playing this music. I'm supposed to forget the lyrics, especially to a jam. Like, no, I have no control of what my body does to the beat. Like, no, like, it just doesn't.
I would have to say the only artist that I have successfully canceled as far as listening to their music is R. Kelly. That's the only artist. I'm still struggling with Tory Lanez. I'm gonna be a buck. I'm still struggling, and I don't think I will be able to.
2 feet ass over R. Kelly, the legend.
I've always been a fan of Tory Lanez. The mixtapes, the Chinks mixtapes. Like, I'm a fan of Tory, and that's the only time that I'm like, and I'm
But
struggling
again-
because I'm a woman and I should know better, and I know that he was found guilty, but I'm like, all right, but the music, like,
You shouldn't. I
know.
feel like you shouldn't feel guilty. You don't know that man. You ain't. Chances are you probably never know that man. Your personal life ain't got shit to do with me. You dead ass wrong, but that don't got shit to do with me. This is me personally. This is my opinion. I don't give a fuck who don't agree with it or not. I don't know these people. They at one point in time they put out a great body of work that I listened to or whatever. Now would I still go to where it kind of the line kind of blurs for me is would I still go to concerts and do all that? That's a different story. But me just liking your music again, this is me in my head and my thinking, and I could be wrong. You don't forget the lyrics to "Step in the Name of Love." You just don't go away.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's more of like. I say R. Kelly because I feel like
because he was a menace.
Artists are
was a menace.
Inspired.
He's a menace.
A lot of artists and a lot of musicians are inspired by their real life shit. And it's like now that I hear his music and knowing that he loved like underage girls, it's like who were you talking about in them songs? Like I can't listen to it the same.
It's still a bop.
And that doesn't take away from it, but it's just like now I feel like I can't relate to it. Like no, I just don't. I just don't want to listen to it.
To each his own. And
for sure.
I don't know. I just can separate that because I don't know these people, and I'll never know these people until a child of whatever all the million things R. Kelly is accused of, and I wholeheartedly believe that whatever they said he did. I believe that he did that shit.
Yeah, so do I.
He did that shit. But I still
for sure.
Do I still listen to his music? Of course I do.
Yeah, I don't have any of his songs on my playlist. I think I mostly listen to my playlist, but my actual like songs when I listen to it and I hit shuffle and he comes on, I'm like, what this song still doing here? And I'm like,
how could you,
oh my god, but for Tory Lanez,
like bop to it, like it's just unimaginable.
I can't. I just end up just skipping to the next song. Like I can't even bop to it the same. I can't. And I was a huge R. Kelly fan as well, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't hit the same for me. And the cancel culture, I agree. Like I'm so against the cancel culture because I feel like they just pick and choose. And I feel like it's mostly men. But when you have a female that actually does something, like the cancel culture has a million and one excuses as to why, like, we shouldn't cancel this woman, this actress, or this musician, or this whatever. Like, it's a perfect example of, like, when Johnny Depp was going through this whole, like, ordeal with his ex-wife. Like, she didn't get, like, dropped from the, was it Aquaman? She wouldn't get dropped from Aquaman. She didn't lose any of her deals. None of that shit. But they were quick to drop Johnny with just allegedly allegations.
That's like what they're trying to do to our man, Jonathan Majors.
Listen, oh my God.
What you gonna do with that?
I don't know, man. Listen, we have praised Jonathan Majors on here. You and I have talked about how much we love him. Like, he was just the way we spoke about him. But now it's just like, I don't know.
But again,
I don't know.
What happened to proving
you innocent to proven guilty?
But
that doesn't apply to men.
But also, this is my stance on it. Who the fuck are we? I get that the public opinion is very huge and all that shit. I just don't give a fuck enough about that shit. If I watch your movies, if I listen to your music, that's what I do. I don't know you personally. Those things, whatever heinous crimes or whatever you did, that's your personal life.
Not heinous crimes.
I will never, because R. Kelly, he committed heinous crimes. He was making bitches eat shit out of a cup. That's heinous. That's neither. I wasn't there. I don't know that man. They ain't got shit to do with me. He put out a great body of work, and I separate it. Like, I don't, it doesn't matter to me what anybody thinks about that. It's not me.
You know what it is? I think it's mostly because the fans make the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they care about, like, the way they're perceived.
I don't care what you do in your personal life because it don't affect me any type of way. Someone's personal life don't affect me. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
And
it
that's just
doesn't.
me.
It's more of like, being idolized, people idolizing this
And that's
artist
where
that
we
has
go
this
wrong at.
reputation
Stop
tarnished,
idolizing.
and it's just all this other shit. Like, yo, fans, let me tell you something, and I've come to this conclusion. I tell my homegirl all the time, yo, fan base is really a cult. Yo, the way they will stand behind you, the way that like people are so opinionated behind like the personal lives of like of celebrities, the way people follow, the way other people will attack and bully other celebrities, like it's crazy. And I say this because did you see the video of the girl that posted she was at a baseball game and she was trying to take pictures, I guess, or selfies, and there was some girls behind her and they were like mocking her, like making faces, and anyway, I don't know if you saw the video or not, but the girl posted the video and she kind of was, it went viral. She was like, oh, look at these girls bullying me, or they made me feel very self-conscious. And she posted the video of like the girls in the back making faces. One took out her middle finger and all this shit. And people went on a rampage and started like find out where the girls work at, where they go to school, started leaving real bad like Google reviews on the girls' jobs. Like, so even Cardi B reposted the video
Again,
and said something
people
to like,
man in business ain't got shit to do with them. That's what I really want them to take the internet away. I promise you.
I want
mind
Jesus to
your
start the
business.
rapture. Fuck all that.
Mind
He
your
needs to start the
fucking
rapture
business.
like this year. So that's to say, like, so many people was like vouching for this girl and doing all of this shit. And my friend asked me a question randomly. She was like, "Yo, would you rather start a cult or be part of a cult?" This is mad random. And I was like, "I'd rather start a cult because it's very easy." Look at how quick this girl got thousands and thousands and thousands of people on her side to do dirty work. And all she did was like post this video for people to sympathize with her and be the victim and all this shit. And people started
And who even
marching
knows-
behind her and all this
Who
shit. I'm
even
like,
knows
it's
that she
easy.
was the victim? We don't know because it's just a snapshot in time. We don't know if she started some shit with them first or not. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Look at again. I always like to refer to the Jussie Smollett situation. You get behind these people. Oh, I'm wrong. This happened to me. Then it come out. You wasn't so wrong, was you, sir?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got all these people rallying behind somebody on the internet, strangers and all that, which, in my opinion, again, none of that has to do with anybody. Who the fuck gives a fuck if these millions of strangers support you or don't support you? But I guess if you're a celebrity, it matters. I don't know. But then you end up dead ass wrong. You're wrong because he lied. So who's to say?
Yeah, people will
that she
march
was
for you in the
victim?
front line.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
go to war for you and have no idea who you are, what's the real story, like who's wrong, who's right, nothing. And it all takes like just a small video clip, just a small something to go viral on the internet. Like you right now could just post any video saying something happened to you. Right? It can just be false. It can be a lie because nowadays you don't
Jussie
know
Smollett.
what is real and what's a fake on the internet.
Jussie Smollett.
You go, you post a small video. Oh, this has happened to me. Blah blah blah. It could be fake, and you have all these people ready to like fight for you. They have no idea what's the other side of the story, but they ready to go fight for the drunk auntie. Like what? Fuck you. Blah blah blah. And right there, you started a cult. You started a fan base right there. Boom.
But that's just
Easy.
the blind leading the fucking blind. People, because some situations be sympathetic, and I might see some shit on the internet and I'd be like, oh, that's sad or whatever. If I personally can't do shit about it, what's the point of me getting on the internet, starting fucking arguments with all these strangers and commenting and going down a rabbit hole and shit? If I personally can't do shit about it, it don't affect me personally in no type of way, why am I here? That's me, though.
Oh my God. I thank God that I don't have like close personal friends that are like comment people that just be in the comments and the blog sites and the gossip sites, like putting or arguing with people in the comments. The worst thing is a person arguing with someone in the comments.
It
Like
gets brutal. It happened to me once. And I will never, I almost deleted my fucking TikTok over it. People comments. This is how I know I can never be famous. I would be, me and my personality, I'd be flying out every fucking hour, hopping planes, finding where people live
It's
at,
tough.
and beating
It's
people's
tough.
ass. Because it, like, I accidentally, not accidentally, I posted a video on TikTok once, asking a question, because I was truly like, I almost don't want to tell the story. So embarrassing.
Nah, you got to provide context to the question now.
So
No.
I come out of my house one day and the 7-Eleven is up the street from me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven. I come out of my house and there's these lights in the sky. Like, and these days everybody talking about UFOs. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just lights in the sky that I haven't seen, and it's just been there for hours. Because when I went to the store, I came back. It's still there. I checked again. It's still there. So I took a video of it and posted, like, what the fuck is this? Because I've lived where I live for fucking 4 or 5 years. I've never seen it before. What is this? That's all I asked. I posted the video and went to sleep. When I woke back up in the middle of the night, I checked my notifications. I got TikTok notifications. People are like, you a stupid bitch. If you must be on drugs. They said all these things to me. Oh my God, I deleted the video so fucking fast. I ain't never been
Yo, that is the worst. It is the worst. And Alecia, I'm learning that now that we're doing video. Like, people are brutal. People are
First
brutal.
Of all,
like,
all you have to do is tell me what because I honestly didn't know. Tell me what the fuck it is, because I still didn't know. I end up finding out days later what it was, but from my own account, because I drove around the neighborhood and then seen they were like strobe lights coming from like 7 blocks away. Like, how would I have known that? But if I'm asking a question, just tell me. Why I gotta be stupid bitches? Why I gotta be on dope? Why I gotta be mentally
why you gotta have a drug problem?
Right, why I gotta be mentally... They said everything. I literally read like at the most like 10 comments. It was so many. I deleted that post very fast and I haven't posted since. Like,
it is the worst. It is because people will want to start a debate and just a back and forth for anything that you say. It has happened. It happened to us maybe like a week ago, where we posted a clip of, like, you know, of the podcast and just of the video and what we were saying. We were saying something about how guys on dating apps, how do they decide that, like, just from seeing your pictures or just seeing your profile, that you're the person that they want to fuck, like that they want to fuck without, you know, not knowing you at all, just seeing your dating profile. And some guy would just comment, and he was just like, because you're just a fuck thing, they don't take y'all seriously, like, look at y'all pocket. Like, he just went in. He just went in on us, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, why do you go so deep? So now that we're doing video and actually people get to see us, and you know, now they can put like faces, you know, to the audio, to the content. I'm realizing that I have to really not pay attention to that too much, because it'll really take me out like my element. It will kind of just discourage me from like wanting to do video and wanting to put, you know, video out there. And so I can't really, you know, pay attention to that. I'll just be like, because people will take a 1-minute clip and run with it. So I try to, like, I took to some advice from a fellow podcaster, and I just like, I'll start responding with like, just watch the full video and you'll get more context to what was said. Like, just watch the whole, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't really comment on 1 minute and just go off on us like that, whatever. But yeah, just like you, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience, and I don't have the temperament on top of all of that.
Because I will be at everybody's house, I promise you. I don't got the time. I don't have the desire. Like, this podcasting, you know, it's a hobby for me. A lot of people do it for aspirations to be these big content creators and things like that. It's not that for me. So it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine blowing up and my podcast is blowing up and people just coming and doing all these things. First of all,
Yeah.
That's the worst part of podcasting for me, having to post content and do clips and read comments and interact with people. That's not for me. So
it's an adjustment because it's not me either.
It's just not me. I don't want to see that. I don't even keep up with that on my own personal page. So that's a different thing. And if I have to do it and people are saying these things, I'm not built like that. I'm ready to fight because who are you to say anything? Like, even just as a person, as a spectator, as a fan of celebrities and things like that. Perfect example. Ariana, what's her name? I can't say it. Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande?
Yeah. She posted something and she looked at kind of weird on a video or picture or whatever, and people were commenting about her looks. And she made a post saying, like, people should just be mindful whether you're saying something positive or negative. And that really resonated with me because even the celebrities, I follow people that I want to follow. Like, for instance, my cousin follows Saucy Santana, and she always complaining about him. Why are you following him if you always complaining about him? Like, stop it.
Right.
Like, I only follow people that I want to follow. And even then, even if they post something nice, something positive or whatever, I'll either like it or don't like it, which probably what I don't do. Not because I don't like it. I just don't got the energy. I just be scrolling. I don't got time to be pressing buttons.
Sometimes you just go on there, scroll, and exit.
I'm not finna say anything, whether it's positive, but definitely not negative. Whether it's positive, I'm just not finna say it because first of all, I don't fucking know you. Why am I saying anything? I don't fucking care. Like, come on now. Like, and I got that with her. She's like, whether it's positive or negative, be mindful what you fucking say. Like, shut the, who cares? Like, that shit irritating to me. That's why I could never, I will be the worst celebrity in the world. I would be canceled every fucking day.
You'll be canceled all the time.
I will be in jail.
And that's what reeling it back into Chris Brown, like Usher. Throughout these years with Chris Brown, that's kind of like what has happened. Like everybody, any little thing, people have something bad to say. So I feel like on top of all the issues that he probably already has, because he's come out and said that, you know, he's clearly has anger issues. He suffers from bipolar. He suffers from depression, all these other things. So like I can see how things like that could take a mental toll.
Yeah,
on somebody's like mental health, and that's not excusing from like any of the shit that he's done, because I don't vouch for none of that shit. But you know, it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. I can't wait to see what really happened, if it comes out, if the true story does come out, the real story, because all of this is just allegedly. We don't know what really took place, and who knows?
But I think that
I'm hoping Teyana tells the story.
Yeah, she probably will, because she's a real bitch.
She is.
I think that no matter what happens, you can't cancel Chris Brown. I just don't think he's.
You think he's uncancelable?
Yeah, I do. I 100% think he is. And people gonna talk shit, and he still does what he does. He just uses his talent, and it speaks for itself. So, and that's untouchable. Like, no one is doing what
Durag Daddy is he's a big Chris Brown fan, right? We're going back and forth in the messages earlier about this. And he told me that, like, Chris Brown, because he says the same thing. He's like, Chris Brown, he says Christopher Maurice Brown. He says the whole name. That's how I know he's a real fan. He'd be like, Christopher Maurice Brown, he can't be canceled. And he says that Chris Brown, because he feels like Chris Brown has been blackballed, right? And I'm just like, hasn't been blackballed completely, because he's still able to, like, he sells out tours and all that shit.
Because of his fans. Because
right, and that's what he said. And he said that Chris Brown.
Than that.
That's what he said. And he also said that Chris Brown funds a lot of his own shit.
Probably so. And
that's
fine.
Why.
Because, you know, that's why. Because he loves what the fuck he does. Every little fucking dance step, the legs move he does, he loves it. So why
he's extremely passionate about his art.
He's passionate about what he does. So why wouldn't I? If I have to, then fuck it. So I agree with that. But I don't, if he doing bullshit, I don't know. Obviously don't agree with that. But his fans are his fans, and he has one of the biggest fan bases in the world. So
Yeah, he does.
I don't know.
Aside from the Hive, the Beehive,
right, and fucking the Beehive.
The Beehive. What's Rihanna's fan base? I'm not Rihanna's is the Navy. Rihanna Navy.
And Cardi B and
what's Nicki Minaj? Cardi gang is Cardi. What's Nicki Minaj? Barbs.
The Barbs. I don't even want to get into that.
I'm not a Barb.
We'll be canceled before we begin.
Right.
I'm not never speaking
all right,
on that.
So moving right along, I'm going to read. This is a question that was posed on Twitter earlier this week by moi. And I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna get into some of the responses that I did receive, and then we're gonna you and I gonna discuss it a little further. So the question read, all right, I'm gonna just read the question because I remember it. So the question reads, if your, let's just say your man's baby mama, in a dire situation, she had to move in. She asked to move in with your man, with the kids, into your home. Would you allow it? Would you allow your man, his baby mama, and the kids to move in? Move into your home.
Oh.
I see your face already. I'm just like.
So my initial answer is no. But I understand, you know me, I'm always a person. Everything is circumstantial. It depends on the circumstance. Like, because I would, we can talk about, get technical. Oh, well, when she got her eviction notice, when she needed to move in, what she put out, could my baby daddy pay her rent to keep her from putting out? Not about my baby daddy, because I ain't got no kids about him. I can tell you in any scenario, I ain't got no kids about. But I would allow him to pay it, you know what I'm saying, to keep her from being in that situation. Like, they got kids together. Like, that's just sensible. That's what's right. But, okay, worst come to worst, she had to. Depends on my situation with her, our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Is she a sensible woman? But in any regard, it's an uncomfortable situation to have a grown adult, regardless who it is, living with you. So my initial say is no. Like, no. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's tricky. That situation is tricky because, you know, you have to take account, like, let's just say, for example, your relationship with the kid's mother was a good relationship. And then all of a sudden now, you know, it's different when you know people because you don't live with one another. And then we actually have to live with them just temporarily. Let's just say. And now you guys are living with one another. And, you know, she might not like certain things that you do in your own home. And now this might put a strain on the relationship, the good relationship you guys already had. Now tension is building up.
First of all, when you living in my home, you can't dislike shit. Get a box and buy. That's all you can do. When you living in my home, you can't dislike shit. But
but you know, some people are like that though. Some people
have the audacity, the gall. Like,
and you know, audacity is at an all-time high. So,
like, nah, I'm good. My initial conversation is no. But if I'm mature enough and I can see the situation for what it is, I would want to help out. The kids absolutely can come. Baby mama is iffy, but if it's dire enough and the situation is smooth enough, maybe. I don't know. Initially, no. Fuck them kids and you too, sir. You can go. You can go live on the street with them. I promise you can.
I'm going to read some of the responses that I received. So, again, the question was, ladies, would you allow your man to move in his baby mama and his kids with y'all temporarily if she was getting evicted from her home? One tweeter said, I don't want to give an immature response. That's all she tweeted. Someone else said, I'm just key. She said, I would love to give a PC answer. And depending on the type of woman she is, as in how she behaves towards me, I would love to say she could. However, nah. The kids will be moved in and she can make other arrangements. Um, Someone else, Noemi Rocks, she said, I don't have kids, so I'm not dating a man with kids. That part.
She could have kept her opinion to herself. Shut up.
Someone else said, can't speak for anyone, but I think Lil Mama would say yes. I'm 82% sure. Very specific with the 82%. Right. But yeah, someone else said, I ain't gonna lie, mine would say fuck that instantly. But the kids can stay. LOL, I'll probably be the one fighting for her safety. Also, I'm guessing she would be the one fighting her man to make. Oh, okay.
That's really, she been through that shit before. I don't like that shit. Like,
right.
What are you talking about?
Someone else said, not the mom. Children are welcome. The fit nurse said, of course not. But he can help financially or physically, as in packing, loading up furniture in a U-Haul to make the transition into the family's place or new place to be a smooth one.
That's very,
for the sake of the kids.
That's very specific. She been through that shit before. She didn't have to.
People been through this shit.
She didn't have to baby mom move in before.
And people done been through all this shit. I get romantica. She said, I have actually seen this situation unfold. Maybe she's talking about one of the other tweeters. I've actually seen the situation unfold and only the kids are taken. The mama had to figure it out.
As she should.
And Mikey, he said, strong independent black man. He said, insecure women will say no. Yeah. And it's the eyes Ashley. She said, absolutely not. I don't need to be uncomfortable in my own home. That I definitely agree with as well. Yes. I'm all about like comfort and I want to be me in my own place. Like, yes. I don't want to switch that off for anybody.
It's a very uncomfortable situation with anybody. It could be his sister, his mother. It's an uncomfortable situation having another grown-ass adult in your home. Like, and definitely your ex. Like, come on now. How weird can this get? But I do understand life and situations, and I'm very sympathetic and empathetic. Like, shit happens, and you may need to be that safe haven sometimes in a situation.
For someone.
But I don't know how mature I can get.
Yeah, we haven't like that's a level of maturity we aspire to reach, but I feel like you and we're not there, and I don't even really feel like it's a maturity thing. It's more of like reality. My home is my home, it's my safe haven. Like I just
thing.
don't.
It's a reality thing. Like in a perfect world, sure, come live and get your shit together.
Yeah, you want to say
No. It's just no. It's a reality thing, not maturity thing at all. It's a reality. Like that's unsafe for everybody. And if he like the kids can come, absolutely. I personally don't want it, but still, I would never say no to his kids. But if I'm saying no to the baby mama and you fighting for her to come, you gotta go too. Fuck you, your kids, and your baby mama.
I'm gonna give you some earphones for that. Fuck you, them kids, and your baby mama. But all jokes aside, I would have. It would be something that I would have to think about thoroughly. Like I would have to think about it thoroughly because I don't know, and it has nothing to do with insecurity. Like I said, it's just more of like now I gotta be responsible for these people now in my home. I gotta be responsible for these kids. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they say, like, when you meet a man with kids or you get with a man with kids, like, you kind of take on his children as well.
I don't take
like,
on
I
his
get
baby
it, all that shit. But,
I don't take on his baby mama at all. That's not part of the deal. And to me, honestly, the boy, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. That meant them kids, them baby mama, and your grandma. That's all that means to me. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know about all of that, but it would be hard. It would be hard to like come to that conclusion. Like, yeah, it's all good. Like they could come and live here, and like I said, it's a responsibility whether you take it on or not, if they're in your home, like you're kind of low key responsible for those kids, even if let's just say it's just the kids and not the baby mama. It's just the kids.
tough.
Like you
If you don't
kind of
got
still responsible
kids,
for those kids. A responsibility that a lot of people don't want to take on.
right? If you don't got kids, even if you got kids yourself, it's a big responsibility. Like, I don't know. Especially if that's not no nigga you plan to marry. That's an absolutely no. That's a absolutely no. It's no non-negotiable. No. But that's why people shouldn't cohabitate. If he lives by himself and you live by yourself, you ain't gotta worry about shit like that. Don't cohabitate. Y'all know I'm a big protester of cohabitation. Don't do it. Pay your own bills.
You have your place, I have my place, and we see each other when we see one another, but we ain't gotta live with one another.
Exactly. Don't do it. Cause shit like that do happen. My cousin got shot. He gotta come live. No, we don't.
That's also very specific, Alecia. That is very specific.
That sounds specific, but I promise you, I just made that up. But shit happens. I understand that. And no, that's why you shouldn't cohabitate with people. Because I personally have had family members have to come live with me. If I had a spouse or a partner or whatever, that's something I got to consult with them about. And I don't like to consult with people about anything that got to do with me or mine. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no. Live with your own self. And we ain't got to deal with that shit. You know? It's my take on it.
Yeah, for sure. If this story, if anyone can relate to it and they had their own story where they've been in this situation and they've had to take on, their spouse's kids with the baby mama, or even like, let's look at it the other way around. Like if you had, you're a man that had to like have, your girl's baby kids and like baby daddy, or let's just say like, oh my God, let's set this situation. Let's just say a guy, his girlfriend asks him to move in her baby daddy because he got evicted. Ooh, now what do you think? What do you think men would say to that? They'll be quick to be like, no.
Believe it or not, I know someone personally who had her ex living with her and her current.
Okay, are you able to provide a little bit more context to that? Like, what was the situation? Why did he have to move in?
I don't know why per se. I think he just had to, and she just like talked to her nigga. They had a house together, and like the current lived in the basement. The ex lived in the basement, and that's just what it was. And she just like she considered herself a boss bitch like that. I can do shit like that. I don't really know the details of it, but I do know that she was in a situation like that where her ex lived in her basement of her and her current house. But again,
was she the main breadwinner? Like I feel like the main breadwinner could get away with shit like that. Like she was the man of the house.
Yeah. And I also know, and so my oldest brother, he's a crazy person. His baby mother broke up with him. They were living together. She broke up with him. She put him out. And at the course of the time they were out, she had started dating another nigga and moved him in. My brother was so obsessed and so like content on being there and really didn't have nowhere else to go. And he like broke into her house and was like living in her basement, unbeknownst to her. She didn't even know he was there. He was just living there with the other nigga.
Yo, they have a name for people like that. It's funny. I seen a movie recently about that. About like people that jump to home. No, there was a movie like that I saw recently. Like people that jump from home to home, and they live like for a few days in like if it's a big house, they'll live like in one of the rooms or like in the attic or in the basement of the house without the homeowners knowing.
That's what he did.
My God.
That's what he did. She didn't even know he was living down there, and when they found out, like, he tried to kidnap the daughter and just did a whole bunch of shit. Like, it was like off a TV show. It was like really crazy. Like, who wants to live upstairs?
What in the law and order?
Who wants to live downstairs from your bitch and her current nigga? Who does that? Crazy. So,
oh my God, yo, that's crazy.
I've seen it happen.
How did she find out though that he was? Like, did she just randomly go down to the basement one day and seen him there?
I think that's what it was. She wasn't down there a lot, but when she did, she just found out he was down there, and he just down there.
That's so scary.
Yeah. So I think like everything is situational. So I think it happens more times than not, whether willingly or unwillingly. Because when hobo niggas who looking for a place to stay, they gonna accept anything. I don't give a fuck if your man here. I pay this or whatever, and can I live here or whatever. So I could see it happening.
You ever had hobo dick, Alecia?
No. Yeah.
Did you?
Unbeknownst to me.
You didn't know he was a hobo?
I didn't really know. No. I didn't. And it wasn't all that good. I'll take
I was gonna say at least that they could do is have good dick. I mean,
it wasn't all that.
That's worth like a bill or two, maybe, if that, for some women. Like,
it was,
at least have that be on point.
It wasn't all that. Not enough to make.
Boo.
He was talking about within a week of us talking, talking about being in a relationship. What? I don't fucking know you. No.
Because he needs a place to crash.
And I don't give a fuck how good your sex game is. I don't care how much money you got. That's my cutoff point. When a nigga talking about moving in, it's just.
That's when you like, I like you, but I gotta let you go.
I be in love. That's why I draw the line. That's why I stop being in love. Stop being infatuated. The minute
that's your deal breaker.
Cohabitate, bitch, I gotta go. No. That does it for me.
But yeah, if anyone has been in a situation like that where you had to take on, any women in a situation where they had to take on their baby daddy and the kids, and their baby daddy's kids and the baby mama, like, let us know. You can DM me. You can even DM Alecia. Alecia will be back on and we'll discuss it or whatever. But I don't know. Yo, how do people, like, you know how some people are in relationships and they do live with one another, and then like they break up but they still live together, but then they date? Like, how does that, I don't know, like, how does that work? I remember when I broke up with my last ex, like, we did live together even though we were broken up for like, I think like 2 months or so. I didn't go on and date anybody. Like, I didn't even like have sex with anybody. I wasn't dating or anything like that. It was like, I don't know how some people just do that. Like, they live with one another for some time, 6 months, a year, whatever, but they still fucking and dating. But they're like, how do you explain that to someone?
I think that it happens.
I don't get it.
People, men especially, and not to single y'all out, but it's just what I know. I think they'll try to date more than the woman will. If we still got to live together, so I got to find a place, if that's what we agreed on, and blah, blah, blah. I think men do it more often than women because they just want to fuck and do all that shit. Yeah, I live with my baby mama for now, or it's for the kids.
Yeah, like that's tricky too. Like, when you still live with your baby mama or you live with your baby daddy, like, how does that work? That's so... I don't know. I wouldn't.
The only thing that I will accept is until I save enough money to pay this rent and first month deposit and last month rent or whatever. That's probably the only thing I will accept. We just broke up. But even then, I don't want to use fresh out of the breakup. So, no. But the shit for the kids, that's a lie. Run. For the kids.
You think it's always a lie?
It's a fucking lie. Run. No.
Run for the hills.
Run. No. That's
Yeah, I
bullshit.
don't know. I wouldn't be able to deal with a man like that. Like I know that, like we said, times are rough. New York City rent is high everywhere. Everything is high. Inflation killing us
Yeah,
all,
no.
whatever. But that's just like it would have to be some shit where like your baby mama got somebody. I've met her, and I know that you guys are cool. Y'all just living together temporarily for whatever reason, for the kids, or just because neither one could like really sustain to live on their own for the moment. That there's just, I don't know,
Yeah,
there's
I
just
don't think it's
stipulations
enough because I've been
that I
there.
might be able to, but I don't know.
I've been there. When I met my baby father, he was living with his baby mother. His excuse, it was just for my daughter and all. Bitch, you lying asshole. No.
So he was still with her? He was
Yes,
still with the baby mom?
still with her, lying like he was just living there for his daughter and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, bullshit. Like, so I've been there. I learned my lesson. I did it once. I learned my lesson. And it's just not feasible to me. Because, like, no. No.
Yeah.
No.
That shit is not for the weak hearted.
No, it's not. And whoever
That
do
type of
it,
situation is not for the weak hearted,
'cause,
yo.
like, because then it boils down to when it's a financial reason, like how long have you been there? How long have you been there living? Like what's going on? Because I understand that you got to save up money and get money to get another place and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a short while, then you just broke up. So I still don't want you anyway. You fresh out of a breakup, bro. Y'all could get back together any day now. You know what I'm saying? And you still living there. So no, I don't want you anyway. But then, how long? If you there 6 months, had to save up and do all that, like, nah, you don't want to leave. You a bum. So no.
Yup, and who's to say that she don't see you now with somebody else happy, then decides she wants you back? That's what I said on the last episode. Like, there's some toxic ass people out here that they don't want you, but then when they see somebody else have you, all of a sudden they want you back. And if they know that they can play the strings of your heart and be like, oh, come back to me, oh, let's work this out for the family, for the kids, or whatever, like, they will do so. They will do so. Yo, during the quarantine, there was like a few stories where I've heard where like men went to quarantine with their baby mothers and the kids, and they in whole full-blown relationships with somebody else, but because there was like the quarantine, a lot of people were not seeing one another, they wanted to be quarantined with the kids and all that. Like, there was guys that went in quarantine with their baby mamas, and they went whole other like relationship with someone else.
That's it.
Yeah,
I couldn't have made
I
it.
don't know. I mean, I'm an understanding person, but I don't know if it's because I lack that like parent understanding, I guess, or whatever, like that mom understanding and shit like that. But just this just things with me that I just can't. And I try to steer clear from men with kids. I try, but now
It's hard.
it's
definitely
hard. It's hard. It's hard, but I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of the people that responded to the question though aren't necessarily like mature like that, because they're like, nope,
But I just
nope.
don't see it as being immature if you don't want that. Like, no, that's a very tough, like, thing. Like, so, no. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm very immature, so fuck it.
Speaking of immature things, so I'm gonna get into this story. This is the last topic of the episode, but this is a story that I found at the No Jumper blog site on Instagram, and this shit was so funny and it's so on brand for our podcast to talk about fuck shit like this. And I think you're the perfect person because I wanted to see like your expression to this. So all right. So the story reads: an evening manager of a Tennessee hotel was arrested after he snuck into a man's room and sucked on his toes, according to police. David Neal, a 52-year-old manager at the 4th Avenue South Hilton Hotel in Nashville, allegedly crept into a male guest's room while he was sleeping on March 30th and got intimate with his feet. Oh my God. The guest told police he woke up to Neal's mouth around his toes and immediately confronted him. He was arrested at his home in Lebanon on Friday and charged with aggravated burglary and assault, according to police. Yo, this is the second time that I hear a story like this. I think like a year or two ago, there was a story with a elderly lady in a nursery home, and she said that like one of the like the PCTs, the patient care technician at the nursery home, was sucking on, like she woke up and he was apparently like sucking on her toes. But he denied it. It was never proven. But, you know, he got on camera when they asked him. He was like, no, that wasn't me. But I was dying because when they put the camera on him, he definitely looked like he would do something like that. But, yo, can you imagine, like, you're in a hospital or whatever, and you wake up to somebody just like, like, how deep does your foot fetish go? How deep does your foot fetish go that you just randomly suck a person's strangest toes? Like,
yeah, no. I would kick their face off. Because no. No. That's disgusting. I would probably be in jail for attempted murder for kicking. I would immediately start, like, kicking with all of my might. Try to kick your fucking teeth out. That's insane.
I just have so many questions, because it's like, what made you want to, like, what made you think that this person was okay with that? First things first, like, did you, like, I don't know, because to me, toe sucking is very sexual, right? So, like, what made you think this man was gay? Did you know he was gay? Like, what about his feet made you, like, just want to do some shit like that? What about this man just gave you that energy that he likes shit like this? I have so many follow-up questions. Like, it's just...
No, I think that
it's weird.
Fetish, they so lost in the fetish. You so lost in it, you don't give a fuck. It's like a crack. Like, if I do crack, I really don't care if I steal, if I have to suck dick for my crack, if I have to steal my kids' toys, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel like you're so far in that. Like, I'll do whatever. I'll just wake up in the fucking patient room and suck they fucking toes because I just want to suck it. That's all I want to do.
And they post the man's mugshot, and I'm gonna make sure that I insert it. It's a mugshot, but he definitely, whatever they say he did, like, he did that shit. He did that shit, and it was definitely his not his first go around with sucking a stranger's toes. Like, he definitely. And like, did you not think you were gonna get caught? Like, did you just thought that you were gonna do this and you were gonna get away with it? You ain't think that, like,
what's weird. Like,
mans was gonna tell on you?
So my thing is, like, people are fucking insane in this world, and I seen it. It's not toe sucking, but I heard this. Someone told this story on another podcast that I heard, and this is just insane to me. A lady was in the, like, I guess they was in, like, not intensive care, but like emergency room type of hospital situation, and someone was on, like, a heart monitor type of situation, and it was beeping. She got mad and unplugged the person fucking machine because it was too loud and she was trying to go to sleep. She not only did it once, she did it twice. So when they caught it the first time that the machine is unplugged, they plugged it back up. I'm assuming they didn't know what the fuck happened. Like, why is this unplugged? She did it again, and a patient died. Oh, because
my God.
She was annoyed. She could not sleep. So she just unplugged the shit twice.
Let me tell you something. That doesn't excuse it, but as a person that has worked in the emergency room, that beeping sound, it definitely takes some getting used to. Like, when you first start working there, that beeping drives you insane. But after some time, you don't even, like, you just block it out. You don't even hear it anymore. But yeah, that's drastic. That's crazy.
That's insane. Like, people, this is my thing of people. I try to just live in my own little, I try to create my own little world. My own people who kind of think like me a little bit. And I got my own little society of my friends and my family. Because the
small
outside
circle.
world is fucking insane. That you could think you could be in a hospital in the bed next to you. This person dying, fighting for their fucking life. They on a fucking machine. It's beeping too loud for you. And you gonna unplug it? Because I'm trying to go to sleep. Fuck what you talking about. Like,
I'll be trying to figure out if like the world has gone mad because of COVID, or just I think that now it's kind of like a spotlight on all of it, but it's always people have always just been this level of crazy.
Been like that, and there's certain elements that keep like every time we progress as a society, that it gets worse. Like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I really want them to take the internet away. And no matter how much hours and hours I spend on TikTok, because it's just a black hole for me, I love it. I just want it gone. Instagram, Facebook, I want it gone. People do so much shit for the internet. The world is crazy. Like
the absolute most.
Yesterday, I seen this girl masturbating in her car.
Yo, those videos, they need to start locking these bitches up that do that.
Then blame the
this
man.
Public masturbation shit
in your car, masturbating on live, not just in public masturbating. Because first of all, I would never be that horny that I have to masturbate in my car. It just would never be that situation. But okay, you that horny.
Unless you that baby mama that you can't go live with your baby daddy and you living out your car, then that's the only time that's excusable. And even then.
But not only is you that horny enough to masturbate in your car, you can put it on Facebook Live and you got your windows down, your windows not tinted or shit. A guy come over like, you need some help? And I think the caption was like, black men and women need to be protected. And bitch, are you serious?
What in the
Not that I'm
bros?
condoning any type of physical violence, but I ain't even gonna say what I want to say because I'm really gonna regret it if I say it. But that's all I'm gonna say.
No, you see that all over Twitter. I've seen it like mostly all over Twitter. Like these women just like masturbating in their cars, masturbating in public, and you know I seen one time where like, sucking dick in public in places.
Needs to be shut down. It needs to be banned. And I will go back. I lived in these times. Like the new age people, they wouldn't be able to survive. I lived in a world that internet didn't exist. I will be fine. I'll make it work. I like to write. I still write on paper purposely because I like to write. I'll do it. I don't need the computers. I don't need none of that shit. I'm fine. Take it.
It was made to be. The internet was made to, you know, to be informative, to keep people connected to the rest of the world. But some people just use it to bring down
some of the shit I see. I don't got time. People then kill people on live. Like, all type of shit. Like, I don't got time for that shit. It's just too much.
It's a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift and a curse because a lot of times that has helped a lot of people.
It's so wonderful.
It has helped.
But but
it's brought down also a lot of people, and it's brought us down as a fucking race. Like,
I live off
us,
TikTok.
Blacks and Latinos.
I live off TikTok. I don't want it to go away. And you know they fighting for all that shit in different states
to ban TikTok.
Yeah, I live for TikTok. I just be my for you page. I just go on for hours. It's a black hole.
Nah, but people be bugging. People do the absolute most. Yo, freaking fucking fame and like attention is a drug. It really is. It's the new drug. It's worse than fucking crack at this point. Crack and cocaine.
Yeah, I'm so glad I never had that desire. And that's why, again, when we was talking about what we were talking about earlier, I don't have no desire to be famous whatsoever because I know I will be in jail every day. Every week somebody will be bonding me out of jail because I will fight everybody. I just don't have no desire for that shit. The links people are willing to do to be famous, to go viral, to do this. Like, you willing to let your kids watch you be a whore or shit like that to be viral. Like, come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with people. I don't know. Don't motherfucking come and suck my toes if you're not a man that I'm fucking. And even then,
that's wow. Imagine waking up, you go to the dentist just for a routine dentist appointment. You getting a cleaning. You wake up a motherfucker sucking your toes or eating your pussy or whatever. Now,
yo, that's wild.
Imagine,
That's wild. That's fucking wild. Like, they need to strip you of whatever degrees you have.
Wait. After I come, they gotta strip you.
Nah, you wildin' now.
I'm kidding.
Now you wildin'. Now you wildin', Drunk Auntie. Now you wildin'. No, but
imagine
it's crazy.
You sedated, you getting a tooth pulled or whatever. You sedated, and you waking up. The dentist, whoever did the shit, dentist, hygienist,
the dentist, yeah, it's the dentist.
They eating you out. It feel good to you. What you gonna do?
Well, how you sedated? How do you know if you? And that's assault. Like, hell, motherfucking
They
no.
sedated your mouth and put you to sleep, but you waking up after. You know already when you waking up,
and you know that has happened.
You're a little delusional anyway when you just waking up after it. It feel good
when you got the nitrogen. What's it called? What's that gas called that they gave you at the dentist?
At all right now.
I don't know. I've never had it, but it always looks like fun when I see it on movies.
But you waking up, and first of all, when do head not feel good? So it's feeling good to you. Like, what the fuck?
If you don't know how to do it.
What the fuck is going on? What do you do? What do you do? You let them finish, then file charges?
Imagine that. Imagine how that sound, yo. We wow. Imagine what that's gonna sound like. I let him finish though, Your Honor, but
I mean, I was.
It was against my will.
I was me. First of all, I'm just coming to, and first of all, he been doing it for an hour, so he damn. My mind was unconscious, but my body was in it. So I was already there.
Cannot.
By the time I woke
can't
up,
deal with
there.
you.
What do you do though? I'm 100%.
I don't know, and I just don't ever want to be. I just don't ever want to be in that position. I don't want to be in that situation. So I'm just hoping that, like, you know, it just never happens to me because I don't know.
You hope you come to and come at the same time.
You know what, Alecia? We gonna end it with that one. Guys, thank you for tuning into the Ladies Pitch podcast. Please stay away from sucking strangers' toes. FYI, like, unless they consent to it, don't do it. You guys know where to find Ladies Pitch on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and on Twitter, Pitch718. Also on YouTube, our handle is at Ladies Pitch. You guys already know Alecia, the Drunk Auntie, the Social Bar Experience. I will post all of the links to her show and to her socials on the episode details. Let us know what you guys think of the episode. We would like some feedback. If you have any questions, any stories, and all that good shit, make sure you DM us and let us know. You can also DM Alecia here. Boo, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, you know, I love when you come on the podcast and we get to shoot our shit together. I miss you. Need to come visit real soon, or I'll go visit, whatever, you know, whatever.
You already know.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, we'll catch you next week. Ladies, remember, you deserve to be happy and fuck disrespectfully. Peace.